everyone. The reading today is taken from Matthew chapter 1, verses 18 to 21. This is how the birth of Jesus Christ came about. His mother Mary was pledged to be married to Joseph, but before they came together, she was found to be with child through the Holy Spirit. Because Joseph, her husband, was a righteous man and did not want to expose her to public disgrace, he had in mind to divorce her quietly. But after he had considered this, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, "Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins." Mary had been told this would happen, but the reality must have been difficult. Today, being an unmarried mother does not carry the stigma it had, say, 50 years ago. But we're talking here about 2,000 years ago. It must have been like the end of the world. There would have been guilt and shame attached to it. We're not told how Mary felt as a young teenage girl. Even if she fully understood what the Holy Spirit had said and the implications, and how many of us manage to do that, there would be those who would have been very quick to judge and point a finger. "And we thought she was such a nice girl. No better than she ought to be. Shame on you. You'd think butter wouldn't melt in her mouth." You can imagine the scene. If her betrothed Joseph didn't understand, how would her neighbours? It brings home to me how I should not be so quick to judge others. Joseph was clearly troubled by the situation. He doesn't condemn Mary, but looks for a solution which will be just, will protect her, and not expose her to public disgrace. He may well have had a few sleepless nights pondering the dilemma before the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream. We have no idea how long he and Mary were betrothed, but the angel's words must have come as a shock. "Don't worry, what is conceived in Mary is of the Holy Spirit." Joseph was also told that Mary would have a son whom they were to call Jesus because he would save people from their sins. What? But both Joseph and Mary clearly trusted God in all of this, otherwise they could not have been a part of the fulfillment of the prophecy. I've read or heard this story many times before, but never considered in great depth the impact on its key players. These were ordinary, everyday people like you and me, until they were thrust into God's great plan of salvation. How will we react when God asks something of us that we don't understand and which may expose us to gossip and condemnation? Perhaps the most important character in all of this is the Holy Spirit, the third person of the Trinity. Personally, I feel that I often overlook the person of the Holy Spirit, and God has been showing me his significance. There are so many facets of the Holy Spirit. Among others, he is our counsellor, our guide, encourager, one who reveals truth to us, who tells us what is to come, who helps us in our weakness. Here, he also conceives. What new ideas, plans or work will we allow him to birth in us today? Will we give him the freedom to move in our lives and watch what amazing things, far greater than we could ever ask or imagine, only he could achieve through his power in us? Be blessed.
If you've been at all intrigued or interested by anything that you've just seen or heard, you might be interested to know that we're running an online Alpha course starting in January. An Alpha course is a series of films and then discussion where we look at the Christian faith and what it means. So if you'd love to come along, we'd love to see you.